Tuesday evening. Little, if anything, really going on at this point. Hopefully it stays that way. Could be the potential for some more flooding out there. We'll be watching that with a lot of interest in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for more on that. Much of what we're seeing, again, for tonight will be just the possibility of some leftover showers, maybe a thunderstorm, but there really is not that much going on, again, for right now. So the time being, the chances of rain will be back with us again in the course of the next several days. So if you have any plans for outdoors, keep a weather eye out for the potential of more showers and thunderstorms coming on through. And especially, again, we've got swimming lessons, we've got vacation Bible school, we've got athletic camps going on out there. This is going to be a very active several weeks as we get back into that lead up before school actually starts. So that could be a distinct problem for a lot of folks outdoors. Again, the danger is coming in from going to and from these systems, anything in the way of outdoor stuff, with the potential, again, of watching on the roadways for anything involving heavy rainfall, ponding, and that water building up in some locations that could cause some flash flooding. But the other problem is going to be lightning. So again, you're really going to have to pay attention to what is going on in regards to the possibility of outdoor activities that could be getting into some serious trouble with the lightning around. That definitely could be a situation. Otherwise, again, next few days, little if anything is really going to be changing. We'll talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit. If you got questions on the forecast, drop into the comments section. We are monitoring YouTube, Twitch, and our Facebook page. And stand by because here we go. All right, it is just about 10 till 10 Eastern time, getting things ready to go for everybody's benefit for tonight. Little, if anything, really going on at this time, but there will be the potential of some more problems coming through in the form of outdoor activities being interrupted by weather, including thunderstorms, and the potential of, again, seeing the possibility of lightning and flash flooding. So all of that could be a situation. So keep it tuned. We'll keep you updated on that. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onick. Happy Bastille Day. If you're celebrating for today, great opportunity to get out and have a party as long as you are watching the weather. And there will be more potential of showers and thunderstorms out there into the course of the next several days. That could be a problem, including for heading out to the outdoor pool. Numbers will be quite pleasant for taking a dip, but there is going to be the potential for more problems out there the more you get into the next several days. This is pretty typical of what we're going to be seeing into not only the rest of the week, but right on in to the weekend and beyond. Temperatures will be getting warmer than this, and that is going to be giving us, again, some pretty toasty conditions. But number one, it's not going to be as bad as about a week or so ago, and it's not going to be quite as bad as what they're going to see up north of us. Some very steamy conditions going on well back up into portions of the north central United States. I have to add, if you've never joined us before here on Weather Overtime, if you have questions about the forecast or just want to say hello from your particular area, drop that into the comments section. Again, we are also live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook if you'd like to join us on any of those particular websites. Through the day tomorrow, should not be seeing too much of a problem for lunchtime, but there is going to be that potential of showers and thunderstorms the later we go into the afternoon. So heading out for a spot of lunch, definitely want to pay attention to that forecast there. Chip's got your forecast update on news at noon, so stay tuned for more on that so we can keep you updated there. Thanks to everybody for some great weather pictures out there. If you can't go inside because of your size and or species, might as well try to cool off as best you can in the great outdoors. Catching a shower back behind the barn, not a bad idea for the horse that in the picture, courtesy of News 12 viewer Gloria from Saudi Daisy. Thank you very much for our HEP heating weather window picture of the day. We're focusing in on various fauna out there, what the animals are that are sent in on some of our pictures, and we'll do a theme of that throughout the entire rest of the week. Nice view from the Tennessee Aquarium, downtown Chattanooga on the Secret Reef Cam. This is a very nice web source to have up on the screens in the studio. Makes it look like you've got several aquariums around, and you might want to watch out because you never know when a shark or a ray will be coming right through the picture here. If you've got pictures, love to see them. Email them to us, drop them to social media in the comments section. Best way to do it, go to our website, wdef.com/photos for more. We'd be glad to hear what you've been seeing out there. Please give us a description and or a location so we can tell more about where you were, what you were looking at, things like that, and yours could be the next HEP heating weather window picture of the day. Outdoors tomorrow, there will be another good chance of showers and thunderstorms. Very much on the warmer side, still below normal for this time of the year, back in the high 80s. And in between the clouds and the rainfall, there will be a pretty good amount of some sunshine, so UV radiation could be a problem. And again, that potential for more showers and thunderstorms out there, so be ready for that if you're going to be hopping outdoors. Downtown, looking out toward Lookout Mountain, downtown Chattanooga on the 1% list Scenic City camera. And again, all these cameras available on the EPB Fiber Optics WeatherCam network page. That's at wdef.com/weather. Temperatures down about 3 degrees from just before sunset, 76 right before 10 o'clock Eastern time, and the dew point level back in the lower to mid 70s. The closer these two temperatures are, the higher we have on the humidity scale, and right there you just saw the update, now down to 75, humidity level up to 90%, very light winds, so very much on the sultry side across much of the area for this evening. Definitely some short sleeve weather to be certain, and more potential of rainfall will be a possible problem into the next several days for outdoor activities. Right now, radar is showing remnants of showers and thunderstorms taking place, but really not much more than that at this time. Heaviest rainfall down to and around the Dalton area in northwest Georgia. Everything here is moving from southeast to northwest, and that may sound a little strange, but that's because we've got high pressure back to the north of us, which is helping to drive that weather in a different direction. This is completely and totally normal. There is no conspiracy theory needed on stuff like this because of the fact that, again, it's just the way the atmosphere flows from place to place and time to time. So something to consider there for tonight. The area we've got, high pressure sitting north of us, that's the reason that everything's moving from southeast to northwest. And with this area of low pressure just kind of hovering around with this leftover front, that is where we see the development of more of these showers and thunderstorms into the next couple of days. As long as this front and that low is around, that will act as the trigger, and the moisture all around the southeast United States will act as the fuel. So there will be much more chances in the way of showers or thunderstorms taking place. Meanwhile, north of us into the Great Plains, from the Virginias to the Great Lakes to the High Plains states, we're looking at a lot of high pressure, keeping things very dry and also very hot. Could be some record high triple-digit temperatures in this area as this heat dome sets up. We will catch a little bit of that, but not by much. So we will see the potential for warmer conditions, but again, it's not going to be as blazing hot as last week was. What's left of this front in the next couple of days will be just being stuck between two areas of high pressure, will be washing out in the atmosphere. So it'll go from this stationary front. You'll see this kind of turn eventually into a dashed line, or even that, I guess, is falling apart for right now. But that will wash out, which means the heat of the day shining down toward the surface will cause the atmosphere to boil up. And each and every single day, we will see more chances of showers and thunderstorms at some point through the course of the rest of the week. So going into the weekend, we see less chances of rain after we get rid of our next approaching system coming on through. There is still a threat of flash flooding tonight. It's not much, but again, it is still possible. So if you're traveling anywhere, again, please remember, turn around, don't drown. You might think it's a silly little poem, but if it helps save people's lives, I'm all for it. Makes sense and help other people to stay safe. The threat for flash flooding kind of removes itself the farther we go from Wednesday into Thursday, up around the Mid-South into Missouri and northern Arkansas. But the threat of flash flooding returns as we go into Friday and then sticks around for most of the area north of the Tennessee line as we go into Saturday. So there will be that potential of showers and thunderstorms bringing some heavier rainfall. We'll talk more about that in the 7-day in just a little bit. Looking into the Atlantic, not much going on from Africa to South America to the Caribbean to the East Coast to the Gulf, and we'll talk about why that is. If you've tuned in on other occasions, you know a little bit more about why that's happening, but we'll talk about that. Numerous areas here of disturbed weather making its way through. And if you were watching News 12 newscast earlier tonight, we were talking about the brand new disturbance number 1 that stood a 100% chance of development. That is now Tropical Depression 5E. So that has now gotten enough organization to become an actual trackable storm by the National Hurricane Center. And for right now, this is taking kind of an interesting path. The average and the overall straightforward models are taking it straight toward Hawaii, even though it's a couple of weeks away. A few of these models are doing a very good job of curving this system back up to the northwest. Now, if enough emphasis can be put on that, that could affect the west coast of the United States. It's a minimal possibility, but it is still a possibility. Now, whether or not that happens, again, several days out, that is a very big iffy spot for right now. We'll be watching this to see what goes on, but if you're traveling anywhere between the West Coast and Florida, that is where you may need to pay attention to this forecast, as we may see this. It's possible the system could curve around or at least shove a lot of moisture up this direction. And if you've been watching over the last few days, the Baja area, northwest Mexico, and the desert southwest of the United States has been picking up some very healthy amounts of rain, almost like a monsoon flow, and that is exactly what we may be seeing here if this decides to wander too close. But that is several days away, and we'll keep you updated on that potential in the next several days. Now, what we're also looking for is tons of dust-laden air from the Sahara Desert moving into our area of the planet, and then some of that makes its way across the Gulf up and into the southeast United States. While this is not going to have a major impact on our air quality, it is possibly going to color the sunrises and the sunsets just a little bit more. Doubtful for right now that we're going to be seeing anything in the way of air pollution threats. That could change, though, again, as we're watching a very large belch of this dust coming in from Africa, affecting Western Europe as well. But a lot of this dust, especially this next plume by next week, could have enough strength to make its way all the way across the ocean and into portions of the area where we are. So that is a potential problem, especially if you have lung ailments, emphysema, asthma, things like that. We'll be, again, keeping a very close eye on that into the next few days. Island Cove Marina and Resort, not much of a breeze, but you can see a little bit there around Island Cove stirring up Lake Chickamauga. Temperatures over the next few days will be ascending into the high 80s to the lower 90s, so numbers will be getting hotter, but again, this is pretty much typically normal for this time of the year. Not seeing a great deal of very huge amounts of heat, but it is going to be necessary to watch that again if you're organizing or in charge of any outdoor events. Watching for signs of heat injury as the temperatures rise, so do the threat of heat exhaustion and heat stroke if people push themselves too hard. Appropriately, on Sunday, World Ice Cream Day, should be a great day to go out and find a nice sweet treat. And again, on Monday next, World Chess Day. So if you'd like to learn how to play the game, that'd be a great day to start. Learn all about it in a shady spot or a very cool spot, if at all possible. That, again, would be your best bet to make sure that you stay cool while learning the game into the next few days out there. So that's where we're seeing the best opportunity for less in the way of hot weather. If you can stay indoors and enjoy yourself that way, that would be a good idea. Having a updated forecast for the morning, clouds for the most part, maybe a sprinkle, definitely the possibility of more fog out there, so that could be a potential problem for the people traveling for commute time out there. So that could be, again, something to take a look at, and Chip will have that update on your forecast coming up on the morning show. Thanks to everybody who voted in our poll. Weather poll of the day, sponsored by Williams Plumbing Services, redefining the standard. The YPA Public Adjusters puts out information regarding the amount of hail damage in parts of the United States. And today's question was, what was the state in the union with the most hail events as an annual average? And the split in number one answer was between Texas and Kansas. The number one state is actually Texas, and that's just due to Texas's sheer mass amount of acreage that it covers that gets the heaviest amount of hailstorms and the heaviest amount of hail damage. So thanks to everybody for voting. We will have another poll coming up at midnight. If you'd like to check that out, again, that's at wdef.com/vote now. And again, thanks to everybody for voting in our poll for today. Another one coming up here relatively soon, so stay tuned for that. That should pretty well do it. We've been on pretty short for tonight, about 15 minutes, but it's a very quiet night, so there's really not that much going on, fortunately anyway. So if you have questions or concerns, again, our email is the best way to get hold of us. You can find anybody at News 12 at wdef.com. That's news, weather, sports, everybody in our various departments out there. If you'd like to check out, again, what's going on online, you can download our app, depending on which system you use. Make certain you have that ready to go just in case. You can find me on all of these social media websites available. I'm on chess.com and lichess.org if you'd like to hit me up for a game of chess at some point in time. And again, really a big thank you very much to our News 12 sponsor, Epicos Comics, Cards, and Games. Thanks a lot for being our sponsor. Thanks to all of our sponsors for being our business partners on stuff like that. And if you would like to do something like that with our sales staff, get in touch with them through our website and find out more about how you can advertise on News 12. That should do it for tonight, just past 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Again, little, if anything, going on for tonight, which is very good news. But next few days, outdoor activities, watch for rain and thunderstorms. Don't forget the sunblock, and while you're at it, don't forget that extra slug of water. Make certain you stay hydrated out there. Thanks to my daughter for my Father's Day gift, a Looney Tunes stainless steel Tervis container there. Always helps to stay hydrated. More on your forecast tonight at 11, and of course coming up with Chip in the morning, so stay tuned for that. Live and direct from downtown Chattanooga, Tennessee on Tuesday the 14th. Again, Bastille Day to anybody who is celebrating. Thanks for joining us. Stick around for more with News 12 on air and online, and thanks for joining us.